Now, WKYT News at 5:30. After a tragic accident, a prominent couple in Pulaski County is dead. How their community is remembering them.
Officials breaking ground today on a new training facility that honors a fallen sheriff's deputy.
And climatologists are seeing a new trend in our bluegrass temperatures this year.
This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Welcome to WKYT News. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Amber Philpott. Funeral services are now set for a husband and wife found dead in their southern Kentucky home. Lewis and Carol Catron died Friday. Police say the cause was accidental.
Both of them were very active in their community. Lewis's brother, Sam Catron, was a longtime sheriff in Pulaski County. He was assassinated in April of 2002. As WKYT's Phil Pendleton shows us, the couple's death is impacting many. It's our top story at 5:30.
Numerous first responders were called to Lewis and Carol Catron's home Friday, but the sheriff and his chief deputy also responded, and hearing that both were found dead.
All the evidence points to the fact that it was strictly accidental, that the truck had been just left on.
The truck had been running in the garage, and the sheriff says Catron and his wife were found in the house. This was a difficult call, as Jones has known Lewis and his family for many years.
I told my wife that when I got home, I see these, but it makes it, when it's personal, and this is somebody that I really had a lot of respect for, that it wears on your emotions. It really does.
I spoke with Lewis Catron many times right here at this spot, the spot where his brother Sam Catron was assassinated in April 2002. Lewis Catron was not a sworn law enforcement officer, but police work was a big part of his life.
And I talk on a regular basis, at least once a week we'll talk. He's been a part of this department for years. He's very concerned about this department. He loves this department.
Lewis Catron was also involved in the local rescue squad and the fire department, and was part owner of Southern Oaks Funeral Home.
You could trust Lewis with anything, any task that you gave him. It was going to be done right.
Visitation services for both Lewis and Carol Catron will be at 5 o'clock Wednesday, the funeral at 1 o'clock Thursday. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Lewis Catron also worked for the Kentucky Lottery and for Food Fair in Pulaski County. His wife, Carol, had worked for the Pulaski County school system and the Palm Beach Company.
They were so well known in that area.
Loss.
Yeah. Well, let's switch gears, talk a little bit of weather. We are really starting out the week really nice. You might even notice it feels a bit cooler than usual right now.
That humidity helps because it's very low out there. First alert, Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking this week's forecast for us right now.
Yeah, guys, starting things out on a superb note, as you mentioned, below normal temperatures, sunshine, low humidity. The calendar says it's the middle of July. Mother Nature says not so much in my book. Here's the view toward downtown Lexington. What a great evening. If you're out this evening, those thermometers will go from right at 80 degrees, give or take a degree or two, around 7, into the mid and upper 70s right at sundown, which is getting earlier and earlier now. 68 or a little cooler in some of those valleys by the time 11 o'clock rolls around. Let's go into the day tomorrow. Your Tuesday will feature temperatures 8 o'clock in the morning into the mid and upper 60s, upper 70s at noontime, 5 o'clock, right around 85 degrees, which is still a little cooler than normal. I'll take it because it comes with low humidity and plenty of sunshine. 80 degrees through 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. 8s are wild during that time. All right, radar picture, First Alert Radar Network. There is nothing across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Surrounding states in good shape, too. We got high pressure anchoring itself into the Ohio Valley, and that is giving us a taste of the good stuff for not only today, but yesterday and into tomorrow, too. Big low pressure across New England. Folks up there enduring historic flooding. Back to the west of us, we're going to watch the next system that will throw some waves of thunderstorms at us starting late Wednesday and into especially Thursday. And guys, that may stick around into the upcoming weekend. We'll break that down with the expanded, the long range hour by hour forecast to help you plan the week and the weekend. Just a few.
All important, Chris. Thank you. State and local leaders breaking ground on a new law enforcement training center named in honor of fallen Sheriff's Deputy Jody Cash. Our county by county coverage at 5:30 begins in Madison County. Deputy Cash died in the line of duty last May. He was serving the Callaway County Sheriff's Office. He was a 22-year law enforcement veteran. The Jody Cash multi-purpose training facility will be just over 42,000 square feet. It will have a 50-yard, 30-lane firing range designed for specialized training. The new center will train law enforcement officers across Kentucky. Construction is expected to be completed in 2025. In Boyle County, a man is facing several drug charges after a federal grand jury indicted him for drug trafficking. The indictment against 23-year-old Akili Simpson comes after a lengthy investigation into a narcotics distribution charge that ended in the death of a teenage girl. All charges are related to fentanyl. In Clark County, Winchester police are warning residents about a black bear in the city. Take a look at your screen. Fish and Wildlife believe the bear is about 18 months old, and police urge people to keep doors closed, small pets inside, and food away from where the bear could reach it. If you see the bear in your area, please give police a call. In that area, they're kind of in and around, looks like the bypass.
Right, and you saw some homes and businesses, so everybody be alert there in Winchester to that situation. New details today about a deadly motorcycle crash in eastern Kentucky. State police responded to a crash around 3 o'clock this morning. It happened at the bridge at Carr Creek Lake where construction is underway. They say that 45-year-old Billy Franks died at the scene.
Just before 3 a.m. this morning, Kentucky State Police Post 13 Hazard received a call of a two-vehicle collision, both being motorcycles. Troopers responded out here to the scene, began an investigation. It was determined that Billy Franks was pronounced deceased at the scene due to his injuries.
Now, the cause of the crash remains under investigation right now. Lextran held its job fair today looking to fill more than 20 positions. They began the day looking for bus operators, maintenance supervisors, and service workers. The fair started with 12 open bus operator positions. Community Relations Manager for Lextran, Emily Elliott, says while there are several positions open, they have still been able to maintain their service and get the buses out on the street.
They're going to start out during their training at $19.40 an hour, and then they're going to move up pretty quickly once they exit training and get out on the street. At that time, about 30 months later, they will be at our top rate, which is $25.85.
There will be another Lextran job fair coming up on August 9th. Lextran says in the meantime, they are always accepting applications online.
Today we learned people living in Lexington have a few extra weeks to drop off storm debris. That leads us into tonight's Good Question.
For today's Good Question, we're asking what happens to all the storm debris collected or dropped off at the City of Lexington's facilities. I talked to city workers who told me that material goes to the same place as the yard waste that's collected each week. All of that material is shredded and turned into mulch. They use a vendor who oversees the process, and it takes about 6 months. The next mulch giveaway is Saturday, September 16th. They also told me even though we had a lot of debris from the March storms and the ones this month, they aren't really limited in their capacity to collect it. That could be good news considering they're extending the time that people have to drop off storm debris at their Haley Pike location for free until the end of the month. If you have a good question, you can email goodquestion@WKYT.com. I'll see you on WKYT Mornings.
Well, as mentioned there, the City of Lexington is extending its storm debris drop-off window. Lexington's Division of Waste Management is allowing Fayette County residents to drop off debris until July 31st. You can drop off tree limbs and branches at the Haley Pike Waste Management Facility between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. The facility is closed on Wednesdays.
While parts of the United States are seeing record heat right now, here in Kentucky, we're not seeing so much of that.
Yeah, in fact, as meteorologist Alexa Minton shows us, we are recording much cooler than normal temperatures this summer.
Extreme heat has been the dominating weather conversation in the U.S. over the past few weeks, with multiple records for hottest temps being broken. Just last week, the average global temperature reached a new record, the highest in the National Centers for Environmental Predictions data, which goes back to 1979. In regards to Kentucky, however, our summer has actually been cooler.
I think we got spoiled in June because it was really one of the top 20 coolest Junes that we've experienced here in Kentucky, going back to 1895.
According to the climate data for Kentucky for the month of June, average temperature statistics have been cooler despite our friends across the U.S. experiencing boiling heat.
Well, we've been very fortunate here in Kentucky. We had a very much below normal June with temperatures roughly 1 to 2 degrees below average. And the further east you go in Kentucky, the cooler it was.
While our day-to-day weather shows a lot of variability, climatologists like Dr. Brodsky focus on the climate, which simplifies the daily weather noise into long-term trends. So while some days in June might have felt scorching hot, our climate average looks at the big picture.
In climate, you don't really feel, but the weather, like we're experiencing this week with the heat and humidity, that's where the heat comes from. That's what we're feeling.
As we continue through the summer season here in Kentucky, there will be warmer temps in the forecast, but we're lucky that our temperatures for the Commonwealth haven't been extreme quite yet.
The state fair is always hot, so I think it's, part of living in Kentucky in the summertime.
In Lexington, Alexa Minton, WKYT.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration will publish their official climate report for June later this month.
The Kentucky Humane Society Equine Care is asking for some help in filling an empty hayloft. In a post, they say a year's supply of hay for a farm their size can cost them nearly $10,000. They say they can have up to 30 horses at one time, many of them needing extra special care. The Humane Society has set a $5,000 goal, and they hope to reach that by next Wednesday. To donate, you can visit the Kentucky Humane Society Equine Cares fundraiser on their Facebook page. Stay with us next on WKYT. Daniel Cameron is no longer planning to attend a rally because of controversial comments made by the host. Details on that and much more after the break.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on 104.5 The Cat.
At Donhauer Plumbing, we are proud to serve as your neighborhood's trusted drains expert. Whether that means emergency plumbing or drain services, simple repairs or total replacements, Donhauer's plumbers and drains experts are here to serve. Right now, get a free camera inspection and clear any main drain line for only $219. Call Donhauer any hour. We are here for you 24/7. Donhauer Plumbing. Fast response, honest options. Schedule online today. DonhauerPlumbing.com.
Believe in hope, in willpower, in work, in seeking, in screening, in knowing, in treating, in dedication, determination, and we're getting through this, whatever it takes, in bravery, in breakthroughs, in beating the odds. Believe in a cancer-free future for all of Kentucky. Believe in Markey.
What if we told you that every time you eat, get a new pair of shoes, buy the newest game, or really purchase anything, you could be adding to your savings? With Roundup Checking, every debit card purchase is rounded to the nearest dollar, and the rounded amount is automatically put into a savings account with interest. We'll even double your savings for the first 90 days, which means you could be growing your savings even while you're making the game-winning shot. The best checking account puts money back in your wallet. Apply for Roundup Checking today, only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
Psst, Angela, LED light bulbs use 75% less energy than regular ones.
So I should switch to LED bulbs then?
Did I flicker? Ooh, is that a light roast?
We're the Clark family.
And we love each other. And we love our customers. Your loyalty is the reason we keep growing.
5 new stores opening this year in Central Kentucky.
And now you can be a part of this family and team too.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and to start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Stop and Shop. Return.
Refresh.
Refuel.
When you travel, they always say, get a room with a view. And every new Toyota comes with that. Like this RAV4, America's best-selling SUV, has got all kinds of room. And you can't beat this view. This electrified RAV4 hybrid can go an estimated 580 miles without stopping for gas or to recharge. During Toyota's Room with a View event, get 3.99 APR on RAV4 or 4.99 on RAV4 hybrid, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Book your room now. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't miss Memphis. Love, Determination, and the Birth of Rock and Roll, live on stage by the Lexington Theater Company, August 3rd through the 6th at the Opera House. For tickets, visit lexingtontheatercompany.org.
Welcome back to WKYT News. And now the bottom line. Republican nominee for Governor Daniel Cameron has now decided he will not attend a conservative rally in northern Kentucky hosted by a former primary rival for the nomination, Eric Dieters. Cameron had indicated previously he would attend the September 9th event on Dieters' farm in northern Kentucky, but Dieters has also said he is likely to challenge Congressman Thomas Massie next year. And Massie has been sharply critical of Dieters and revealed controversial comments Dieters has made. Cameron's campaign now tells the Herald Leader that the Republican he will campaign in northern Kentucky at other times. Dieters says former President Donald Trump has it on his schedule to be at the rally. Trump endorsed Cameron early in the campaign. Meanwhile, Cameron has told Spectrum News he is barreling toward a decision about a running mate and indicated he is looking for someone who would have a good relationship with the state legislature. Democratic Governor Andy Beshear is running a new ad featuring a Republican businessman from southern Kentucky endorsing Beshear for re-election. The businessman identified as Jim in the ad touts job announcements made by Beshear, and the businessman says voting for Beshear will be a switch for him from 2019.
Beshear has been great for business. I'm a Republican. I did not support Andy Beshear the first time. He's got my vote this time around.
Beshear had a Republicans for Beshear effort in his 2019 race as well. His father, former Governor Steve Beshear, also successfully courted Republican voters during his two runs for the state's top job. Republicans have been critical of some of the job numbers that Beshear has touted lately. In Washington, Central Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr has declared July anti-ESG month. Barr has emerged as a Republican leader of those critical of Wall Street's efforts to further environmental, social, and governance goals. Barr says making ESG a priority can be a detriment to profits and can impact retirements of Americans. Barr recently told a Yahoo interviewer that ESG, taken as a whole, is a cancer within our capital markets. More than 40 business and community leaders from Central Kentucky will be going to Washington later this month to talk issues. Those making the trip represent several sectors, including business, education, nonprofits, and government. Commerce Lexington and the Central Kentucky Public Policy Group are hosting that July 26th and 27th.
Happy Monday, everybody. It's a day that is chock full of sunshine. You've got low humidity. You've got absolutely awesome temperatures as well. I will take that and run with it all week long, all summer long, not just this week. Take a look at what's going on, though. We got 9 different sky cams from across central and eastern Kentucky. And those cams, all of those cams, have sunshine, maybe a little bit of some fair weather cumulus clouds that are showing up. But overall, it's a pretty good forecast. Your Tuesday breakdown, well, it's not as dark as the image here shows, but your Tuesday looks really good. You're going to see more blue skies, plenty of sunshine, temperatures low in mid-80s. It's a bit warmer than today. Humidity is still a no-show, and it can continue to be a no-show. Here's your First Alert Radar Network. Nothing across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Things are in really good shape. That's a trend that's going to take us over the course of the next roughly 48 hours. Then we start to change it up. But this area of high pressure is not only giving Kentucky the good stuff. Look at how much real estate is seeing clear skies. We go back to the west of us. Now we're seeing some thunderstorms that are breaking out in northwestern parts of Iowa, parts of Nebraska, getting down toward Kansas, Colorado. Eventually, some of those are going to sneak in here. Yard work forecast next 3 days. If you got some yard work to do, and I'm telling you, after all the rain we've had over the past couple of weeks, literally you could mow twice in a week right now and may be able to squeeze in a third. 85 for that high temperature tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine. Great day to get out and do some yard work. 87. It's a little warmer, a little more in the way of some humidity getting into the picture, and there's also a chance for a late day thunderstorm on Wednesday. It is Thursday when we have the best chance for some waves of thunderstorms to creep into your picture. It's not wall to wall. It's not going to be all day stuff. 7-day forecast as we look at just the rain chances here over the next week. You see we're flirting with the likely category on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think we're into a pattern similar to what happened a few weeks ago, where you get these waves of thunderstorms that'll work their way across the area. But then it dries up for 10, 12 hours at a time. You get absolutely nothing, and then here comes another round of some heavy rain producing strong storms. Hour by hour forecast, I promise you the extended. 8 o'clock Thursday morning, 8 o'clock Thursday evening. This is what we mean by some waves of storms. Not constant, not all-day stuff, and then here comes another round as you go into Saturday night, and then we'll do that all over again as we go into at least part of the day on Sunday. You get a lot of dry times. It's just when it does rain, it's going to put it down, and we could be talking about the occasional strong storm or two on that 7-day forecast that shakes out. With the temperature trend, the warmest we can get it, at least right now, in theory, guys, going to be into the upper 80s, maybe flirting with 90 in a local area. Bank thermometers, Bluegrass Airport, 87 degrees into your Wednesday afternoon, and then again early next week as well.
Boy, when we turn off the humidity, it is so good out there.
You ready for football yet?
Well,
I'm ready for
let's
it.
not wish away
Last
summer
night you had that
just
thing,
yet.
and you heard those August crickets.
Training camp here in 2 weeks for the Bengals.
Before you know it, thank you. And so now we're rolling into sports, I guess, right? Brian, a former football Wildcat, did not get good news.
Fortunately, Bo Allen it's impossible not to root for this kid, but he will be watching the 2023 season from the sidelines. It is officially Barbasol Week in Central Kentucky, and we talk with the hometown hero, Josh Teeter, coming up next.
If you're worried about your home comfort system and fear it may not last, right now enjoy the luxury of a new home comfort system installation for as low as $50 a month. Call Don Howard Plumbing, Heating and Air today, or skip the line and book online at donhowardplumbing.com.
Big trucks can cause big wrecks.
I'm Attorney Darrell Isaacs, the Hammer. I am Kentucky's big truck lawyer. For over 30 years, we fought the big insurance companies. When they throw something like this, we throw it back and demand something like this. Now that's more like it. Want to win your big truck case? Call the Hammer.
Big truck wreck? Call 877-ALL-7s or WeWin.com.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
At Bathfitter, we've helped over 2 million customers turn their outdated bathrooms into the space of their dreams. You may know us from our tub-over-tub liners, but have you heard about our other transformation options? From converting your tub into a sleek, modern shower to replacing your entire tub and shower setup, Bathfitter has a solution to meet your custom needs. And with our lifetime warranty, you can trust in the quality and durability of our products. Bathfitter, it just fits.
I've worked in Kentucky most of my life, and there's more jobs here than I've ever seen. Governor Beshear has been great for business. The magnitude of industry that's come to Southern Kentucky, companies are coming in, and there's so many job opportunities. Good paying jobs at battery plants, small businesses, and industrial facilities. The wages are up because the jobs are up. He's getting things done, and that's what matters. Beshear has been great for business. I'm a Republican. I did not support Andy Beshear the first time. He's got my vote this time around.
Down to 7.
The Eagles present The Long Goodbye, the final tour, live in concert in Lexington. With special guest Steely Dan. Rupp Arena, November 14th. Get tickets Friday, July 14th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. The Eagles, The Long Goodbye, the final tour. For more, visit Eagles.com.
The Barbasol Championship tees off later this week at Champions at King Trace in Nicholasville with a talented field of players from all over the world. One of the fan favorites, if not the fan favorite, every year is former Henry Clay and Moorhead State alum Josh Teeter. Teeter played in the event every year since it arrived in Central Kentucky, but has yet to win it. He's hoping this will be the year with the home crowd cheering him on.
I mean, it's just a pleasure to get out there and play here at home and have a lot of familiar faces walking the fairways and just trying to cheer for those birdies we make. So, I hope I go out there, and my goal is to go out there and win, and hopefully I can produce that.
There are a few other Kentucky natives in the Barbasol field with sponsor exemptions, including Stephen Stallings and Trey Cox. Turning over to football now, the college football career of former UK QB Bo Allen has taken some unexpected detours since leaving Lexington Catholic as a 4-star recruit, and it has happened again. Allen is now ineligible for the 2023 season after transferring to Tarleton State and being named the WAC Newcomer of the Year. Allen decided to transfer to Georgia Southern. However, the NCAA changed its 2-time transfer rules for non-grad students after Allen announced his decision to leave in December of 2022. The NBA Summer League in Las Vegas is just getting started, but it's already come to an end for the number 1 pick, Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs have seen all they needed to see, apparently, from their 7'5" big man, and will reportedly sit him down for the remainder of the Summer League. In his last 2 games he played in Vegas, Wemby totaling 36 points, 20 rebounds, 8 blocks, 3 assists, while shooting 41% from the floor. Coming up in the next half hour, we talk more Barbasol and Major League Baseball. A former mayor is back in the game. I'll tell you about it.
Watch WKYT News at 10 on the CW Lexington.
I've had hearing loss for many, many years. The TV would have to be at 100% volume. My daughter who barrel races, I couldn't hear her name called. A lot of times I would have to say, what was her time? And with all the effort of Dr. Vanessa, I was able to hear when they called for her and her horse to come. Everything is different for me now. The hearing aids that I got are amazing. I absolutely recommend coming to Bluegrass Hearing because they have changed my life.
Injured? Call America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Fazoli's fan favorite, baked fettuccine Alfredo is back. Fettuccine noodles topped with rich, creamy Alfredo and mozzarella cheese, baked to golden perfection for only $5.99, including our famous unlimited breadsticks. Only at Fazoli's, where life is better with breadsticks.
You get regular checkups on things that are important to you. So what's more important than your home comfort? Call Bryant.com. With regular maintenance, we can help prevent untimely breakdowns. Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $80.
Call Bryant.com.
The PGA Tour Barbasol Championship returns to Champions at Keene Trace July 13th through the 16th. Take your experience to the next level at the all-inclusive Club 87 hospitality venue. These tickets include food and beverage along with great views of the 18th hole. Bring your friends and family out in style for a day of world-class golf at Club 87. Join WKYT, the Barbasol's official television partner, and get your Club 87 tickets today at barbasolchampionship.com.
Hi, this is Joseph with Rapid Fire Home Buyers. Do you have a house that's costing you too much time and money? Maybe a rental house, an inherited house you don't know what to do with, or the house you're living in that you just can't keep up with. We buy property in any condition and any price range all over the Southeast. Sell your house as is for cash with no repairs, no fees, and no commissions. If you're even thinking of selling your house, before you call a realtor, give us a call for a free cash offer. Call 859-695-3875.
You already know WKYT can air your commercial on WKYT, but what about everywhere else people watch TV? With over 125 streaming partners, WKYT helps you reach customers on every screen, everywhere. Email advertising@WKYT.com now and learn how you can get your commercials streaming to thousands of customers ready to use your product or service. This is smart, targeted advertising made easy. This is advertising with WKYT.
I'm here for you.
What are you learning from Girls on the Run?
Never give up.
Beyond this gate is actually the border with Ukraine.
We've seen people not just opening their hearts to Ukrainian refugees, but their homes.
Where will you go?
I'm here for you.
Closed captioning on WKYT is brought to you by Cumberland Valley National Bank. Bank better.
Now, WKYT News at 6. Community Action Council says a former site director is no longer employed. We're learning he's accused of raping one of their students. What we know about the investigation right now.
Sports betting is officially coming to Kentucky. We're going to break down when you can start placing those bets.
And how folks in Pulaski County are reacting to the loss of 2 prominent community members.
This is WKYT News.
Good evening. Bill Bryant and Amber Philpott here for WKYT News. A former Lexington educator at a nonprofit program for young children is accused of sexually assaulting one of his students.
Adam Weiser is charged with the rape of a 4-year-old. He was in court today. WKYT's Lucy Bryson has the details. It is our top story at 6.
Adam Weiser was in court this afternoon where he pled not guilty to rape and sexual abuse charges. Community Action Council says he was the site director at One Parent Scholar House in Lexington. Police say the accounts of the sexual assault and rape accusations were brought to the attention of investigators by the victim herself, a 4-year-old student. A statement from the Community Action Council says he was overseeing a Head Start program, interacting with children from 0 to 5 years old daily, according to their website. Weiser will appear in court next Monday, July 17th. Leslie Cashin, a family therapist in Lexington, works with children in similar situations.
It sounds like this kiddo is really smart and really aware of their surroundings and what happens with their body, and I'm pretty articulate.
She not only believes the child should seek therapy, but also the loved ones of the victim.
All the parents are going to experience probably a lot of shame around it. So I think parents seeking their own support, whether it's through therapy or a parent support network in some way, and that's so important.
And although nothing can erase this potentially traumatic situation, Cashin hopes that therapy can help heal. In Lexington, Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
And Weiser's bail is currently set at $150,000.
Well, we now know that in 2 months, Kentuckians will be able to place bets on sports games in the Commonwealth.
The Horse Racing Commission approving emergency regulations today. WKYT Samantha Valentino was in the meeting and has the details.
Did anyone abstain? All right, motion carried. I think our guest will be very happy.
It was a unanimous decision by the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission approving their emergency sports wagering regulations Monday.
When you look back at this, the odds were against us. But we were determined to get sports betting passed in Kentucky, and we got it done.
House Bill 551 allows Kentucky's 9 horse racing tracks to open retail sports betting lounges. They're each allowed to host 3 online sports books as well. Online sports books will launch September 28th. Retail sports books will launch September 7th. That's just in time for the NFL season.
And I'll be proud to make that first bet. Now, I'll be really interested in who Morehead State University is playing the next weekend.
The Sports Wagering Act gives the Horse Racing Commission complete authority to oversee sports wagering in the Commonwealth, including
Horse wagering tickets remains unflinching.
with a 14.25% tax rate for online sports books and 9.7% of gross gaming revenue on retail sports books. Governor Beshear expects to see $23 million in annual revenue for the Commonwealth. Beshear says these tax dollars will support necessary projects.
Projects like providing clean drinking water to our families, building safer roads, and supporting high-speed internet. These are investments that help us build the Kentucky that we all want and the Kentucky that our kids deserve.
In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Well, while many states have limited betting to 21 and older, Kentucky's legal betting age is 18.
All right, the rules now set, and we'll watch and see how it all takes off. A new work week is starting off really nice out there. It feels comfortable.
It is. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey tracking that forecast for us.
Yeah, good looking start to the week, guys. Those thermometers today only upper 70s, low 80s, low humidity as well. View from our tower cam. There's just a little bit of some cloud cover beginning to show up. Now, those clouds aren't going to do a whole lot for us. Tomorrow, though, let's focus on that. It's another absolutely great weather day here in the Bluegrass State. First thing out the door in the morning, if you're up and at 'em at 8, we're into the mid and upper 60s. If you're up before 7, some 50s are going to show up. By lunchtime tomorrow, you're talking about 78 degrees, and toward the afternoon, those readings are going to be up into the low and the mid 80s. Can we keep this weather going into Barbasol Championship? It starts on Thursday out at Keene Trace in Nicholasville. Right now, let's see how the putt lands here. We're in the fair category. It's not in the hole. It's not in the forget about it. But the potential is certainly there for some showers and thunderstorms to show up. And you could see that. We got temperatures for day one on Thursday, 80 to 85 degrees. The hazards would include some thunderstorm action across central and eastern Kentucky. Nothing like that is out there right now. And whatever comes our way later this weekend or the weekend is going to be coming at us in waves. Guys, high pressure is only strong enough to carry us into tomorrow and part of the day on Wednesday. Then we start to storm it up. We'll take a look at that when I come back in 10 minutes.
All right, Chris, we'll see you then. Thank you. Frankfort police are warning the public about a murder suspect who is currently on the run. Officials say he should be considered armed and dangerous. Frankfort police say they are searching for a man named Simeon Johnson. They say he is the prime suspect in connection to a deadly shooting at the Hickory Hills Apartments on Marlowe Court late Sunday night. Police say 50-year-old Thomas Weidman was shot and killed inside an apartment there. They say witnesses told officers they saw Johnson leaving that apartment with a gun.
We put all our resources right now into locating Mr. Johnson. We expect to have a warrant for homicide very quickly. He does already have 2 outstanding warrants on other issues.
Well, police say if you see Johnson, do not approach him. Call 911.
The search is continuing for a missing swimmer in Laurel County. We're told that a young man was swimming with his friends and disappeared after jumping into the water at Laurel River Lake on Friday. Search crews were on the water using underwater equipment and divers to search for the swimmer. They have also been using a scent-searching canine in their efforts. New at 6, the Madison County coroner has identified a girl who was found dead in Berea last week. We told you Friday that a body was found near Boone Street and Scaffold Cane Road. The coroner identified her as 16-year-old Faith Ivy Reed. So far, no official cause of death is known, but they say no foul play is suspected. Berea Community School posted about her death today, saying that grief counselors will be available at the school this Wednesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
A Southern Kentucky community is mourning the death of 2 well-known members. Lewis Catron and his wife Carol died Friday. The Pulaski County Sheriff says it was an accident. Lewis's brother, Sam Catron, was the Pulaski County Sheriff and was killed in April 2002. People say both Lewis and his wife Carol were extremely active, both in their family and in the community. Both were found dead inside their home. Police say a truck was left running in the garage, leading to carbon monoxide getting into the home.
They were just all American. I mean, they were involved with their church. They supported their church. They were involved in the community, and they just didn't talk it. I mean, they lived it.
Funeral services are set for 1 Thursday at Beacon Hill Baptist Church. A public visitation will be held at 5 Wednesday, also at the church.
Martin County Sheriff John Kirk is asking the fiscal court there to intervene with transport troubles. The sheriff says the county's paid transport workers who are hired to drive arrested individuals are refusing to meet his deputies in the field to transport some folks who have been arrested. Jailer Bill Priest says he is not comfortable placing his workers on the front line, and he wants them to meet at the courthouse.
Both of them have points and to talk about, and so I suspect if they continue to talk that it should be able to be fixed, because again, I think it's a problem of simply getting people transported from the scene of the arrest to the courthouse, and that shouldn't be too big of a fix.
The issue is gaining local attention after a Facebook post by the sheriff last week.
A new report says a Kentucky Circuit Court clerk should be fired. That's according to the Herald Leader. The report says Pulaski Circuit Clerk J.S. Flynn failed to report a sexual relationship with a female employee and retaliated against her when the relationship ended. It also says that he harassed other women at the office. Flynn worked in the office under his grandfather and was appointed when his grandfather resigned. He was elected to a 6-year term in 2018. The state Supreme Court will now decide whether to remove him.
UK Healthcare is temporarily pausing its lung transplant program. According to Hillary Brown with UK Healthcare, the pause will happen in August. It's the result of the lung transplant surgical director accepting a leadership position at another institution. The pause will impact about 75 transplant patients.
Lex Tran is preparing to celebrate 50 years of service, and they need more staff. Earlier today, the Transportation Service had a job fair. They are looking for bus operators, maintenance supervisors, and service workers. According to Lex Tran, there are about 900 stops and more than 50 routes that run daily. If you missed today's job fair, mark your calendars. The next one is August 9th. You can also apply online.
And today marks the start of Lexington's Burger Week. More than 30 restaurants are offering up $7 specials. Agave and Rye, Drake's, and Josan's Homestyle Chicken are just a few of the places that are taking part. Other places are offering up burger-themed items like Crank and Boom's Blazing Summer Peach Burger. The specials will only remain on the menu through Sunday. And all chemical weapons at the Bluegrass Army Depot have now been destroyed. Ahead, how Madison County residents are reacting to that change with a sigh of relief.
Scan to learn how to navigate through the social media noise with MediaWise. Watch Forever Friends on Everyday Kentucky, the first and last Thursday of every month, and meet adorable pets up for adoption. Subaru loves pets, and that's why they have partnered with the Woodford Humane Society to find homes for pets in the Bluegrass.
Getting healthy and learning to eat right has been a lifelong journey, but I'm committed to the challenge. My favorite part has been the support we've given to each other, especially on social media. I'm attorney Darryl Isaacs. Just like I work out hard in the gym now, we work hard every day at Isaacs & Isaacs to win your case. We've recovered billions of dollars for our clients, and now I've got even more strength to fight and win for you.
Call 877-ALL-7s.
We win.
At Don Franklin, we're making it even easier to sell your vehicle with Franklin Fast Cash. Click on Franklin Fast Cash, choose your location, tell us about your vehicle, and get an instant cash offer for your vehicle. Franklin Fast Cash. Fast, easy, instant cash offer for your vehicle.
Your health matters. At Home Place Clinic, it's our priority. HIV risk changing and reducing the risk. Call us for your appointment today.
Mountain Comprehensive Care Center's Home Place Clinic provides primary medical care in eastern and central Kentucky. To find your nearest Home Place Clinic, visit homeplaceclinic.org. Join the fight. Together we can end HIV.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
Ab EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-888-507-8988 or go to sonobello.com.
When you travel, they always say, get a room with a view. And every new Toyota comes with that. Like this Highlander. It's got all the room you need. And you can't beat this view. Take your adventures further in this electrified Highlander Hybrid. An estimated 600 miles without stopping for gas or to recharge. During Toyota's Room with a View event, get 3.99 APR on a new Highlander or 4.99 on Highlander Hybrid, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Book your room now. Toyota, let's go places.
WKYT First Alert Weather, alerting you first every weekday on Facebook Live.
I'm John Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan. Pound Law. That's all.
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Work week is off and running, and it's spectacular today. Those thermometers this morning into the 50s. This afternoon, we could only manage upper 70s, low 80s most areas. You look at that view from the WKYT tower cam, we got a big cloud following us here at the station. It's right over top of us. Look at the shade that it is throwing, and then in the distance, you can see a little bit of some sunshine. How about tomorrow's weather breakdown? Fog in the morning, sunshine as the day goes on, maybe a few fair weather cumulus clouds going up. Upper 60s at 8 o'clock, but 50s before 7. 85 into tomorrow afternoon. You keep the sunshine. Hello, First Alert Radar Network. Goodbye, First Alert Radar Network. Nothing across central and eastern Kentucky. High pressure that is anchoring itself right on top of the Ohio Valley, and that is giving us the good stuff here in Kentucky. We cannot be greedy with this. We're sharing it with our neighbors all across the Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, into parts of the mid-Atlantic states. Back to the west of us. Next troublemaker is beginning to show up with some strong and severe thunderstorms, and that's going to be a setup that will eventually roll toward Kentucky. It's another great day tomorrow. Sunshine, comfy air. Wednesday, temperatures come up. All right, we're upper 80s, about normal for this time of year. There's a chance for a shower or thunderstorm by evening. Better chance for some waves of storms to impact us starting Wednesday night into Thursday, but it is not all-day stuff. Now, farther to the west on Wednesday, the marginal risk for severe weather is showing up Wednesday afternoon, I think especially Wednesday evening. From Covington, Louisville, E-Town, and points to the west. Better chance for some severe weather into far western parts of Kentucky, and most of that would occur during the evening. Let's go hour by hour because that's a setup that's eventually going to throw some thunderstorms into your backyard. 11 upper 60s. Look at 6:30 tomorrow morning. This morning, many of us were into the mid-50s. Tomorrow morning, some of us are going to be back into the mid-50s. A lot of us into the upper 50s. That's so awesome and pretty rare to pull off back-to-back mornings in the 50s in the middle of July. Low and mid-80s coming up tomorrow afternoon. You keep that dry sky. Say hello to your Tuesday evening. It's great. You got some outdoor activities planned. Get after it. Let's go into Wednesday. Now we start to toast it up a little bit. We're closer to normal, mid and upper 80s with a hint of some humidity. It's once we get into Wednesday night, we're still dry Wednesday evening. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, threat for some thunderstorms will begin to roll on into the region. And that kicks off a setup that as we go from the end of the week and through the weekend and early next week, where the thunderstorm chances are up there. No, it's not raining all the time. You're going to get these thunderstorms to come at you in waves with a lot of dry hours in between. 7-day forecast then shakes out with the temperatures that are still really, really good for mid-July. As we go toward Thursday especially, guys, I do see the thunderstorm risk beginning to blow up. But it's not constant. Don't cancel anything just yet. Just have some of those backup plans.
All right. Just plan your week accordingly,
Just go back to what we were dealing with 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, all right. Chris, thank you so much. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell spoke today about the destruction of the chemical weapons at the Bluegrass Army Depot and throughout the country, calling it a major milestone, decades in the making.
It's been the honor of a lifetime to lead this charge in the Senate and to push for the safety of Madison County families each step of the way.
Bluegrass Army Depot destroyed the final chemical agents Friday. Today, photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw and WKYT's Alyssa Williams talk with people who live in Madison County about this accomplishment.
It's a relief. We haven't seen any negative side effects, felt or heard any side effects.
This has been something that's been hanging over our heads my whole life.
It's a success story at this point, the best we know. Things went well. There were very few accidents on site.
Benjamin Hill says he no longer needs this long roll of plastic wrap used to cover his doors and windows in case of a chemical leak. He's lived across the street from the depot for the past 3 years. He's not 100% convinced all of the chemical weapons are destroyed, nor is he assured there weren't any accidents or leaks during the eradication process.
I would be extremely surprised that no oopsies, as you put it, would happen. And if they did, I don't believe that they would tell anybody.
At times, Hill says he could feel the destruction.
They're old single-pane windows from the 60s, and it would rattle the windows.
There are two sides to this. One, it's completed, but oh yes, what about all of those jobs?
Richmond Mayor Robert Blythe says the city has been working with a consultant to see which workers will retire and which ones will find similar jobs in the county.
There will be people on site for a while because of the next stage, which is demolition of those things that need to go.
Potentially thousands of jobs will be erased once everything is cleared.
So we're trying to do everything we can to be ready for the transition of many of those employees who choose to stay in this area.
Now it seems those safety measures you see across the county aren't as important. So what to do with all this plastic wrap? Hill says he's going to use it as floor cover on a construction site. In Richmond, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
Mayor Blythe says the nerve agent destruction process brought in a new Richmond exit off of I-75, and that eventually attracted the Buc-ee's Travel Center, which brought in more jobs to the area.
All right, so there's another plus, right? We wanted to know what happens next at the depot with the chemical weapons having been destroyed, and according to the Army, the areas of the plant that have come in contact with the chemical agents will be decontaminated and the equipment will be dismantled, as the mayor was speaking about there. And that process alone could take 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, still some time to go on that.
Let's go to sports now. And Brian, football season really right around the corner.
The high school dead period is now over, and the SEC Media Days next week in Nashville. And this time next week, we hopefully will be recapping the 2023 Barbasol Championship. We tee it up first next in sports.
Don't drop the ball. Call the hammer.
Tom and I love to do new adventures. Listen to new music, go to new restaurants, zip lining, and even motorcycle riding.
But in the past, it's been very difficult with conversations. Many times I'd have to ask Sabrina to repeat herself. We decided to get our hearing checked at Bluegrass Hearing Clinic, and it turned out that I did need hearing aids.
Now we can have great conversations and go on new adventures. And for that, I am thankful.
Bluegrass Hearing Clinic, where better hearing begins.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, I know, it's up, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Kentucky Select Chevy dealers.
Fazoli's fan favorite, baked fettuccine Alfredo, is back. Fettuccine noodles topped with rich, creamy Alfredo and mozzarella cheese, baked to golden perfection for only $5.99, including our famous unlimited breadsticks. Only at Fazoli's, where life is better with breadsticks.
You get regular checkups on things that are important to you. So what's more important than your home comfort? Call Bryant.com. With regular maintenance, we can help prevent untimely breakdowns and keep your system running longer. Clean systems run more efficiently, use less energy, and can lower your energy bills. Call Bryant.com. We have a maintenance plan to fit your needs. Or schedule your preventative maintenance, just $80. Bryant's Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric.
Call Bryant.com. It's Champion Windows' 70th anniversary sale, and we're giving the presents to you. Right now, get 40% off new windows, plus pay nothing for 18 months. And we're giving away $70,000 in our home makeover giveaway. 70 years of designing, building, installing, and guaranteeing Champion Comfort 365 windows direct from our factory to your home. Don't wait. Get 40% off windows today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
Big storm or clear skies. WKYT First Alert Weather is alerting you first every weekday on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Bryant Heating and Cooling. Closed captioning on WKYT is brought to you by Cumberland Valley National Bank. Bank better.
The SEC Football Media Day for the Kentucky Wildcats is Wednesday, July 19th in Nashville. Mark Stoops takes 3 players with him every year, and we know the trio heading to the podium and all of the ballrooms and places in between. Linebacker J.J. Weaver, guard Eli Cox, and defensive lineman Octavius Oxendine are the big blue horses who will represent the Wildcats. Quarterback Devin Leary not included. The Grand Hyatt in Nashville is the location, and Kentucky will share the SEC stage with Alabama, Florida, and Arkansas. Also, the 21st is when the preseason polls will be released. That will get a few clicks, I'm sure. Hi. It is officially Barbasol Week from Champions at Keene Trace as the 6th annual PGA event begins Thursday. WKYT is the media partner for the 2nd consecutive year. We have seen dramatic finishes in Nicholasville over the years, and 2022 was no exception when Trey Mullinax does that, winning on the final hole. The Barbasol is the only PGA event in Kentucky. So what has this tournament meant to the heart of the Bluegrass?
It just means the world to be able to help all these local charities with Caddy 127, which is kind of our charitable arm of this tournament, and the why behind it. It's been really cool to be able to give back to those local nonprofits and give them dollars through this that mean the world to them and their operation. But it's just kind of the fun behind having a big party out here and having all these guys out and being able to watch some good golf as well.
WKYT will be there every day this week, one day after firing hitting coach Dylan Lawson, who played at Transy and coached at Morehead State for a while. The New York Yankees are turning to the former mayor of Cincinnati, Sean Casey. Casey, who has been working as an analyst for the MLB Network, will fill in for the role for the remainder of the season. Casey, a 3-time All-Star who hit .302 in 12 Major League seasons, was a teammate of Yankees manager Aaron Boone when both played for the Reds in 1998 to 2003. The Yankees' .231 batting average, 28th in the league, and enter the All-Star break in 4th place in the American League East. How cool is it to see some of that old grainy video, pre-HD video? I like it. Tonight's the Home Run Derby in Seattle. That sports will be right back.
Take the news with you on the WKYT News app, on your streaming device, and on your radio at 100.1 WKQQ.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
When it comes to big decisions, it's important to have a good team behind you. At UKFCU, we have dedicated CFS advisors that can help you navigate through all of life's decisions. Schedule a complimentary review today.
When I looked at my mouth in the mirror, it was a train wreck. The minute I met Dr. Seth, I asked him, I said, "Are you ready for a project?" And his response was, "I love projects."
Through our talk, he was immediately set on letting all those teeth go and going forward with a fixed implant prosthesis.
I really can't believe I waited so long to do it. It's been amazing.
Get your smile back with dental implants. Call Bluegrass Dentistry at 859-648-2688 to schedule your free consultation and to discuss our flexible financing options.
I've worked in Kentucky most of my life, and there's more jobs here than I've ever seen. Governor Beshear has been great for business. The magnitude of industry that's come to Southern Kentucky, companies are coming in, and there's so many job opportunities. Good paying jobs at battery plants, small businesses, and industrial facilities. The wages are up because the jobs are up. He's getting things done, and that's what matters. Beshear has been great for business. I'm a Republican. I did not support Andy Beshear the first time. He's got my vote this time around.
I walk all day in my cowboy boots. The pain was so unbearable. Why not try the Good Feet store? I am so sold on these arch supports.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
You never think about your home electric until you have to. For expert electrical repair you can count on, call Bryant. Our certified electricians provide service for all your residential needs. For electrical expertise, upfront pricing, and peace of mind, call Bryant. Electric, heating, cooling, and plumbing.
Big storm or clear skies. WKYT First Alert Weather is alerting you first every weekday on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
CBS Mornings. Weekdays on CBS.
A wave of flavor, a crispy current, a seafood sensation. Captain D's new garlic and herb shrimp. It's a savory celebration when the captain is called. Order on the app to earn rewards. Captain D's.
You have questions. We've got the answers.
There are millions of recalled airbags.
Investigate TV is here, digging deep into the topics that matter to you. Politics, consumer alerts, and healthcare issues. Watch Investigate TV, Sunday nights at 12:05 on WKYT. Amber Philpott, weeknights on WKYT.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back in. Tomorrow's weather today. We got upper 50s, low 60s first thing in the morning. Upper 70s at lunchtime. Looks really good. Tomorrow afternoon, you're talking about low and mid 80s, more in the way of sunshine and low humidity as well. Let's see what's coming up at 6:30.
All right, Chris, thank you. You can go national next with the CBS Evening News or stay local with us on the CW Lexington. We are following up after the former overseer of a Lexington Head Start program, now charged with raping a child. That's coming up at 6:30.
All right. If you have got plans to be outside tonight, get to it, right?
And if you don't, let me show you what you're missing. Take a look at that view from our tower cam, guys. You see the mix of sun and clouds. What you can't see is just how nice it feels out there because we got temperatures upper 70s, low 80s, low humidity, very mid-July-like.
We need that to stick around for the Barbasol.
Please, I'll try. I'll work on it.
You better
read between the lines, right? Thank you so much for joining us, everybody, for WKYT News. We'll see you back tonight at 10 and 11.